Dogs, cats, donkeys, goats, pigs, and a container. In today's episode, we explore the next steps for expanding our 7-acre homestead. And one thing that's certain is that we are not at a lack of inspiration.
I thought we were coming to adopt cats today. I mean, a turkey'd be pretty wild.
Welcome back to our channel. If you're new around here, we're Brittany and Drew, two hopeful adventurers who got married, moved into a van, and have been chasing adventures all around the globe ever since. And now, after moving from the USA to Portugal, we'll be documenting our entire journey of building our dreams as we transform a historic watermill into our first home, not on wheels. Join us as we embark on this new and exciting phase of life. Now, let's take in a deep breath and let it out. Let the adventure begin. Bye, Spiritu. We'll be back. You ready?
I don't know what to think about this situation. Am I ready for this kind of responsibility?
We're about to go meet some cats.
Yeah.
You've never actually owned cats before, have you?
When I was little, we had some outdoor cats that had kittens, and we had a box out there with a blanket, and we used to feed them regularly. They came from the woods. I think we had, I'll have to check with my mom, but I think we had about 8 of them.
For how long?
I was under 5 years old. You're the cat lady. I'm a dog guy, but I can be accepting of cats. I mean, we've seen a lot on our trips. We've even had some in our vans at times, and they do add some cool dimensions to life.
I love cats.
Cool cats?
I love all animals, but when I was little, my mom, she still does. My mom is a cat rescuer. I grew up with 13 cats when I was little. Like gray ones, fat ones, tiny ones, black ones.
Wait, all at once?
13
or
cats.
Throughout your childhood?
13 all at once.
Oh my gosh.
And then they slowly dwindled down. And then we, adopted new ones, rescued new ones. So I've probably, throughout my entire life, owned 20-something cats.
Any dogs?
We rescued 2 dogs, but they didn't work so well with all those cats, so we kind of stuck to one species. It's better that way for everyone. But this has been the longest chapter of my life ever since being an adult. I have not owned a cat, and I think that's been the hardest part of not being a kid anymore, because you take on that full responsibility, and I just haven't been at a place, we haven't been in a situation where it has made sense. And although we're still a bit uncertain if we're completely ready for cats, because we still do fly back to the US probably 3 to 4 times a year, at least that's what we're predicting our futures will sort of be like, So, I don't know. They're friends, our subscribers who watch our channel, and they reached out to us to see if we might want to have their friends' kitties. So we're gonna go see. These kitties are a little bit older, which is good, because as much as I would absolutely adore to have a kitten, it's a lot of work. And right now our land and the watermill is a lot of work. So having some seasoned cats who can help us with the mouse population.
I hope these cats are ready to work, because they need to be utilitarian.
Right, so
there has to be a purpose.
Ooh, whoa, that was close.
They're doing work on the side of the road, so.
Yeah, these roads are tight in the mountains and they're swervy. But anywho, these are outdoor cats, and they would still be outdoor cats because we don't have an indoor space for them to live, because we ourselves are outdoor animals. But when it comes to
We're outdoor animals?
Yeah, we are. We don't have a space to keep them contained. So how do you take outdoor animals that are already grown up and move them to a new place without them kind of running away back to their original home? I don't know. That's a big question for me. So
that sounds like us. That's why we purchase big land.
Yeah. Something like that. Right now we're waiting for our friends who are going to drive us to where we're going. But another big thing that's affecting our decision here is the fact that we still plan to travel. And we know that we have lovely members of our community who would help us feed the cats while we're away. And we know that our watermill project will be anchoring us here for quite a while. But a trip that has been on our radar for quite some time is going to Spain, because we've been told that we can find a lot more supplies and for much better prices over there, which is where Rosetta Stone comes in handy. Because while we've been learning a lot of Portuguese these days, having an app that's easy to use allows us to double up and learn some Spanish too. Especially because they have lessons that are as short as 10 minutes, so we can fit them in whenever we have extra time and take them with us wherever we go. And they use an immersive approach that allows us to learn faster and retain more, so we're not just like memorizing vocabulary words. They encourage natural learning through seeing, hearing, reading, writing, and what we love most is that they prepare us for real-life conversations. So if we're in Spain and we're trying to negotiate the price of something, we'll be equipped with practical phrases and know how to pronounce things like a native speaker, allowing us to make real connections with the people instead of sounding like some sort of a robot. And right now they're offering our audience an exclusive 50% off of their lifetime subscription, giving you access to all of the languages for life. So whether you want to learn Dutch or French, Spanish, Portuguese, whatever it is and wherever your adventures take you, we encourage you to click on the link below and check it out. And a special thank you to Rosetta Stone for partnering with us on this episode. And perfect timing, because our friends just arrived. Let's go.
So we just met our friends, Paul and Kate, here on the side of the road, and they're actually going to take us to their friend's place where we're going to actually meet the cats for the first time.
Well, hopefully these are 3 cats, outside cats, very used to living outside obviously, but sadly the owners of the cats have to move down into town and they're looking to rehome. So having seen some of your videos, I knew you were looking for cats. Yeah. And it seems a great opportunity to see if
it's a good fit for us. Yeah,
it sounds good.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for lining this up today.
Absolute pleasure.
It's a pleasure meeting you too. All right, let's go.
They've been waiting to eat until we've arrived.
Absolutely fine.
So I've always stroked them since they were tiny.
Okay.
Because I trained them with yogurt when they were babies. We found Minu in the garden with she only has one eye that works and her leg was all hurt. And she looked starving, so we fed her. And then this one's very frightened, but very, very sweet little baby. And Tom, it's all right. There were 4 kittens. They came in the bush over there. Mum brought them. 2 disappeared, and then these 2 were left. And we managed to get them neutered in Algeciras. So they're all 3 neutered. They've got slightly clipped ears because they're not chipped. They don't officially belong to us. They're sort of wild. But the thing is they're not, because they come in the winter and they like to sit by the fire. See, they're very frightened. Tim, they're frightened of those big voices. Come on. They're pretty cats.
For us, the main concern is, they're outdoor cats here. If we have them be outdoor cats where we are, how will they not run back here?
I know. Right? Well, apparently what they say is, I was talking to someone who deals with cats, the thing to do is keep them indoors in a room, which is horrid. But we did that when we had them neutered. Mum had to be 2 days in the barn next door, shut in, and they were outside. But they say a bit longer than that. They say 2 weeks. But they love food. So, and they particularly like more interesting things than this. So any little tidbit. They like the ham. They like ham. They like chicken and yogurt. They love yogurt.
What do you think, babes?
I don't know. They're pretty friendly.
They're pretty cute.
They really like these treats.
Satisfactions, yeah.
Chicken, fish, cheese. The way to a cat's house.
Minu. Minu means kitty in French, and that's her name. That's the mum.
She's sweet.
She's tiny. She has 1 eye. Oh, I love her. She likes you, babe.
You want another one? Here.
I think we have some things to think about, and we're just gonna let this simmer for a few days.
Just kind of, I don't know, we're gonna chew on it a little.
We have about a month until they need to leave, because where they are moving to, they can't have cats. So we're gonna think about this, but I started to cry when I heard him meow.
Aww. Brittany has wanted a cat for so long, as many of you know.
I don't know what it is. My heart just feels for them so much. It's like I'm part cat, because my siblings were cats since I didn't have any brothers or sisters growing up. So I'm with my people. I'm with my not people.
I wouldn't mind some characters being around our place too, so.
Say hi.
Say hi. Here. Here. This would be an exceptionally big year for us. Land, a renovation project, and new life.
Hi. Oh, God.
Sweet little kid.
So sweet. Oh, she snuggles.
Yeah, we think this one's about 4 years old.
The mom, yeah.
Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Hey.
I also think this is the biggest fig bush we've ever seen.
They're not ready yet, and it's taking weeks.
Not yet.
We have a keen eye for our figs.
All right, we're back in the truck.
It's nice to ride as a crew over there, as a squad.
Yeah, it was easier just to go in our friend's car, and now we are following behind them, and they're going to give us a tour of their land because they live close to us, and so they deal with many of the same things that we do, whether it's figuring out what kind of plants do well in our soil, or how to help eradicate the javeli problem, the wild boar. But they have 10 hectares, and they've been living here for 8 years. So,
Wow, I didn't know they had this much land.
yeah, we have 3 hectares, so they have quite a bit more.
What I really like about their whole story is that they were living on a sailboat down at the coast in Lagos in the marina, and they bought property up here that they were doing a complete renovation job to, and would come up here and stay for a couple nights in a tent,
Yeah.
like we live in our camper, while they were working on their project.
That's next level,
That
you know?
is.
So they're a cool couple, very cool.
Very cool.
I look forward to seeing what they have going on here. Oh, and about the kitties, I don't know, I have a pretty good feeling about it.
Kind of feels like it's maybe meant to be. Wow, I love these boulders and the rocks and the cork tree.
Me too. Gorgeous. They said that they just had their cork trees shaved. They were harvested this year. Stunning. We have arrived, and the dogs are here too.
Hello. Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey. The welcoming committee. Hey. How are you? Yeah, they're cute.
Wow.
And now I'll get the next lot out.
Making your own sun-dried tomatoes.
Mmm.
What else do you make
I'll be
on
back
your
later.
land?
We've got butternut squash, we've got pumpkins harvesting at the moment. Loads of tomatoes, loads of them. But the rest, because it's so hot now, we're just calming things down. We've got a lot of peppers, chilies, onions to harvest.
This gives us all ideas, you know? We won't plant probably till the fall.
I think once rains start coming in October, that's
Mm.
when we're going to start getting some things in the ground.
Yeah, my difficulty here is coming from the UK to here, the planting seasons are completely different.
So different, yeah.
So we tend to copy our neighbours, but which
Okay.
means you're always 2 weeks behind.
Right?
So we'll just copy you.
Yeah, well, you'll be
Oh,
2
then we'll
months
be a
behind.
month behind. Gotta add a little color out there.
Watering the pumpkin.
Keep the javeli away.
Remind me to wash it before I cook it. There's synergy between different plants. Diversity is key. So if you've got a diverse clump of plants in one given area, you get different bacteria, different fungi all working together. And there's a thing called quorum sensing.
Quorum sensing.
So basically, it's the same with your gut health. You need the right number of microbes in your gut. Once you get the right balance there, signals are given off for different enzymes to shut on or switch off or whatever. And that's why you get good health, because you know, and it's the same with the soils. You need that diversity. Blueberries.
You got your blueberries.
They're coming on. Where the water is jetting at the moment, that's wine vines.
Got your grapes. Okay.
Yeah. To your right is turkey.
Wow.
Wow, that's a big turkey.
You can hear him. You can hear the cackle of the turkey.
Come down here, guys.
Come this way. This is so cool getting to explore their farm here. Wow, look at this cork tree.
Wow. He's gobbling.
Have you ever been this close to a turkey before?
I don't think so.
Is there one in the corner?
Nesting.
Where?
Wow. And they'll come right up to us.
They're all pretty friendly.
Oh my god. I thought we were coming to adopt cats today. I mean, a turkey'd be pretty wild.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a turkey.
How long have you had this turkey for?
It's probably about 6 months now.
The blue is so pretty. It's like a periwinkle.
So we've planted this area out to
Gobble, gobble.
apple trees.
Beautiful.
Oh, these apples.
Let's go visit old Donk. Donk supplies all the fresh nutrients for the soil around here, if you know what I mean.
There you go.
Vitamins.
There's a good donkey. Hi, sweetheart.
Got little whiskers.
Oh, I do like donkeys.
Yeah.
We start with cats and then graduate to everything else.
What I like is that everything works together symbiotically to run this entire place.
Yeah.
Really incredible. Paul and Kate have done such a great job around here.
They have. Don't you agree? Don't you?
Why is it so moist? Why is everything so healthy? Why is it all so green?
Simply because the plants are growing, they're dragging carbon out of the air, pumping it underground. For every 1 gram of carbon, the ground will hold 8 grams of water.
Amazing.
So my land is holding more water than others around. If you till the land, you destroy all the plant growth, you lose all the humus and the goodness from the land,
Right.
and you're drying your land out. But we do the complete opposite. We keep the grasses growing. It provides shade. It cools the surface of the land down. You're not killing off the biology of the soil, and it all comes together to provide healthy, nutritious vegetables.
Juicy.
So succulent.
Wow. Whether it's grass or mulch, just keeping the ground covered, keeping the soil healthy, that seems to be key. I think that's another thing that happens when you keep the grass cover. Everything retains the moisture, your food is juicy.
Well, I'm not irrigating nowhere near as much as my neighbours. I'm preserving water.
Yes, because you don't have the evaporation like they'd have.
So
with
I'm
their
actually
water.
saving myself a lot of work, and I'm not having to cultivate the soil or cut the grass, right? Because it's just great. We will keep it down. You can't allow it to get too high,
Right.
but
Yeah.
you know, this time of year, we really want as much protection of the soil as you can possibly get. My yield is more than sufficient for what I need.
You're a huge inspiration to us for what we want to do to
Yeah.
our land, so.
So this is some of the cork, I guess, that he's taken off. That is a fresh cut, and they can be harvested every 10 years, and it is fully sustainable. It does not harm the tree, although I guess for the first year or so, the trees don't have their like fireproof coating, because without the cork, they don't have the ability to suppress the fire.
Look, this one right here is where that bark came from.
Yes, it came right off of here.
It looks like a shaved poodle. This is the knife you cut with.
Wow. Yeah.
Can you get that under there to pry?
Yes, to
Yeah.
open.
Very cool. Muito fish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obrigada.
We found ourselves on a different kind of adventure today, following a cork cutter.
It's gonna show us how he does it.
Perfectly cut off. Nice work.
Thank you for showing us, Carlos.
Yes. Welcome.
You go down now?
Have to cut.
Yeah?
And cut around, open it.
Wow.
Like a t-shirt.
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Goat. Hey.
It's virtual.
Hello.
So if they
Hello.
walk towards that, these collars.
So these collars are all GPS trackers, and that's what is being shown on the phone right here. And the herd has obviously found the mothership.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big
So
one.
these guys, if they go near the fence, it'll emit a sound. If they walk across the virtual fence, they will get a shock.
Is it a wide tolerance? Like
Yeah, it's quite a wide
Okay.
tolerance. Yeah, but it's they soon learn,
Okay.
and as soon as they hear that sound, they will literally turn around and walk the opposite way.
Wow.
Walk away. So it's a great way for managing land, condense them down in, and get them to clear the land to make it safe for fire.
These are our future land clearers.
Oh, I like that idea. Hey, buddy. You like nibbling on bushes? And I like the little A-frame. I mean, they got a great home up here.
Yeah, plenty of food, shade.
We don't give them any food at all. Got access
Munch away.
to 2 sections of water. Lounge around all day long
Yeah.
in the heat of the day. Early evening, off they go, feeding and clearing the ground, which is what I pay them to do.
They pay their rent.
They pay their rent.
Yeah.
On the perimeter of the fence, you can go in and change it on your app
Yeah.
in order to move them to another area.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's amazing use of technology to manage natural resources.
Yeah, it's something that's sadly lacking now, and this is why you're getting so many brush fires. Is because the land is is not being used,
Yeah.
and therefore it overgrows. You get a lot of dry, flammable stuff there, and it's an accident waiting to happen.
And these are good fire preventers. Firefighters.
Very much so.
We'd happily have them over to our land for a visit.
Oh my,
gosh.
goodness.
There you go.
Oh, they're the cutest.
You're feeling hot, girl.
Sweet little babes.
Hey, little piglet.
Hi. You know, piggies are so smart.
Hey.
You're so smart and cute.
Aw.
They are so friendly. Coonies. They graze.
Okay.
So if you've got a few of these grazing up over there, you've got another area clear for firefighting.
They're like, wait, they're just talking.
Oh, happy as pigs in mud. Well, that was lovely.
That was splendid.
It's always nice to meet new friends, animals, cats, pigs, dogs, donkeys.
Especially people in our community. I think this is one of our favorite things about owning land now, that we get to make friendships with people around us.
And we had no clue that our property came with such a beautiful and diverse community of people from all over the world. Maybe even some new kitties under our wing.
Oh yeah, today's been a lot to take in.
I know. I think the number one thing for us is like not being able to on a whim go off on an adventure, to have that freedom to go do a 3-day biking trip, and to us we really value that freedom.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. We'll see what happens by the end of this episode, I suppose.
I sure like those pigs though.
Oh, I know.
Those piglets are so cute.
Oh, me too.
Onwards.
Onwards. All right, it's been a couple hours. We've since stopped back at camp to have lunch, and now we're going to a very exciting location where we are looking to add something else to our property. But this thing doesn't have any fur. It's a container because we are in need of some storage if we're hoping to have the roof replaced on the old section of the water mill, which is where we are keeping all of our tools housed safely and securely. So we need to move all of that out in order for the new roof to be put on as soon as we get the word the construction can begin. And we want to have all of our tools out of there already so that there's nothing holding us back from getting the work started. So right now we're going to a local supplier, so we're just hoping that they have a 20-footer because we've been told by others that we can't actually have a 40-footer brought and delivered because of the way the hairpin turn is on our property. So fingers crossed, we're hoping to find one for about 2,000 euros. That seems to be the lowest baseline for a 20-footer that we've heard of. So We'll see what we find. We've arrived to Containerland.
We're at the container store.
Wow. Look at them all sizes and colors.
All open. Open for business.
Ooh, this one's nice, babes.
That's a brand new one, I think. Some of these have definitely been on the high seas.
If only they could talk.
Tell us your story.
Wow.
What have you hauled?
Here is one 6-meter or 20-footer for about $2,300, she said. We're looking one more time at the most promising one. She said it was $250 to paint inside and outside.
I know.
And they could even cut like a hole for a fan. We would insulate it ourselves, I think.
I agree.
I actually don't think would we want the inside painted if we're gonna insulate it?
Yeah, because it would be a cover for some of
True.
these rust spots, you know? Like right here, here's a pretty bad hit. You can imagine on those big cargo ships, these things clunking around and water and containers pounding each other.
I wonder what was in here.
They take a,
Whoa.
probably Yeezy shoes.
Or a van, camper van.
You know, they say you can fit 2 cars in these size containers.
Wow.
That seems hard to imagine.
I'm like, are they Mr. Bean cars? Is it a Renault?
Our neighbor's little Renault,
Yeah.
2.3 meters tall.
I gotta say, like, this solves a lot of problems in one easy purchase in a way. I mean, it's not totally easy. It's $100.
Delivery charge,
100
which
euros.
is way better than the 600 euro charge from the companies that send these down to the Algarve from Lisbon.
I was like, 100 euros.
Yeah.
Trying not to look so excited.
I'd prefer that they paint it, you know?
Yeah, get it
It's a lot of
painted.
work. They even, it sounds like they sandblast or do something to kind of try to
Yeah.
clean up the rust on the outsides.
This would be the man den. What do you call that? Like
The man container.
The man cave.
The man container.
Oh, okay. You get this, and I get a cute little shisha.
Okay, tell me if it's tight. Very tight.
I don't think I like this. That was really creepy.
At least there's no holes.
There wasn't one spot of light.
Well, that's a good test.
I couldn't see my hand in front of my face, or the GoPro in front of my face.
That's just a test.
We can't wait to see you all in the next episode, where hopefully we'll have some answers to these lingering questions and possibilities. But until then, know that you are loved and that you are capable of realizing your dreams too.